everybody, it's Adrienne. Okay, we have until this song ends or whatever, and then we're gonna start on the readings. Okay, I'm gonna try to do whatever kind of dance I can do to this song. I don't know. God bless. Okay, hold on. Like we gotta. This is my theme song. I can't do this song. Who knows? Right there, I swear. Okay, we're getting close. I got a couple of people I owe readings to. So if you want to get a reading, you better act quickly. Just saying. Hey, I love that song. Okay, it's that time. Let's get this show on the road. I owe actually a couple of people readings because I've had some I just unceremoniously cut it down. That's so sad. But I've had some technical difficulties. I've had technical difficulties with Facebook. I've had technical difficulties with my cable company. I've had technical difficulties with my computer. I've had technical difficulties with my life. And as you can see, I've had technical difficulties with my diet because I've been eating on all kind of goodies all weekend since the 4th of July. It's just been one goodie fest. Okay, so the first person I want to do, because I had completely forgot it before, was Shamika Sledge. I completely forgot. I thought I had done Shamika. And there's someone else. Hold on, let's see. I wrote him down because I didn't want to forget anyone because I feel awful. Oh, here it is. Maybe. Is this the one I need? Yeah. Yes, Shamika Sledge and Charlisha Woodhouse. Now, I did a reading for Charlisha, but I just want to do a quick update for her because she is going through something. So let's start right away. I'm just going to look at where the planets are right now, and right away I know that the sun is opposed my rising sign. So let's hope that the videos come out because it's opposing me still. So who knows? But also, if Venus is at 9 degrees of Cancer, And the sun, by the way, is at 18 degrees of Cancer. So it's a good time. I mean, I like Cancer, even though it's opposing Capricorn. So, and Saturn is still sitting on my ascendant, you know. So, yeah, I just, yeah. I just looked earlier, and I'll just say this, and I'll say this for all people. If you haven't looked at my video that I've got on YouTube, I'll try to put a link up to it. But I made a video that's specifically for Capricorns with Capricorn risings. I mean, you kind of, if you go on YouTube, you can see me have my midlife crisis right on video. Truly, I mean, I truly do have a nervous breakdown on video. I'm not kidding. So if you haven't seen that, yeah, it's good for good entertainment, right? But anyway, the next day I came to apologize, and I made a video to for Capricorns or any people, because you don't have to be a Capricorn to have Capricorn rising. And I think one of these, I think Charlisha has Capricorn rising, but someone else might have that. So just be aware. It's affecting a lot of people. Saturn's a pretty heavy darn planet, and Pluto's a pretty heavy darn planet too. And just the fact that they're so tight, and they're like back to back. It's like getting punched. Like it's like being in a fight. It's like right cut, uppercut, you like, when do you recover? You just don't get a chance. And so I have had several. I'm not calling out names, but I've had several people just, you get the message. It's like, help me. Like literally people calling me in tears, and it's happening all over the place. These are some pretty heavy duty planets. So there's a lot of signs. Well, it doesn't feel good for a lot of people. Oh, I forgot to reset where my data is. And I still have it for Columbus, Georgia, whoever I did who was in Columbus, Georgia. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch this town. I think I did a reading. Ooh, do I owe a reading to someone? Did I do her reading? Oh, I did a reading with someone. I don't think I gave them their completed. I'll get that to you soon. Sorry.
Ease of access center.
Oh, no, what did I just do? Sorry. I just did something horrible. Sorry, you guys. Bear with me. This is why I always say lives, anything could happen on a live. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I just wanted it to be back where I am, so at least I get the right message. Okay, it's important. Okay, because I don't think either one of us is in Columbus, so it wouldn't have made any sense. Okay, let me fix this here. Okay, so I am pulling up Shamika Sledge. I am pulling up your horoscope chart. You are first up on the horoscope chart, is right. Okay, let me pull this up. I'm going to get the natal transits and progressions. I love doing that combination chart. And I'm going to use the Koch system because I think they are the most accurate. They literally moved my Mars from the 7th house to the 8th house. Although I now wonder if maybe I should have it back in the 7th house, since, look what happened to my marriages. I'm like death on marriage or something. Okay, let me go ahead and put this over here. We are now pulling up the chart for Shamika. I've done you before, but I know that there was things that we had to do. That's right. We had to change her time to 4:30 p.m. And something happened on Facebook, right? I forget what it was, but I lost a connection on Facebook, so I never got a chance to do this for Shamika. So Shamika, if you're out there, this is your horoscope reading that I'm going to be doing for you, honey. So let's see, Shamika. Let me just get a look at it for a second, just so I can get a good vibe. Okay, Shamika. So it does change your chart a little bit. It's just I see your story. I see your story. And it is a little bit different than the time that we had before. So let me set up this story for you. There's a couple of major things going on. First of all, your progressed moon is in your 12th house. The moon moves quicker than most of the planets. So it's going to move faster, say, than it was the sun, because that only goes like one degree a year. The moon goes like you get through one, like a degree in a year or something like that. Like every month, I think you move like a degree or so. So it won't be too painful. It won't be too painful. So, okay, the thing is, though, it's your 12th house, and it's going to make a conjunction to your Chiron. Chiron is a wounded healer, which at birth, it was retrograding in your 12th house. It's almost like there's a wound that doesn't want to heal. And you've been dealing with a pain in your life that you're like, what in the heck? I've been trying to fix this crap for like, name the years, okay? It most likely has to deal with money. Because your progressed sun is in the 8th house right now. Maybe money that someone else owes you, or maybe someone else is taking from you. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But that 12th house is full. You've got the moon there by birth. This means that it is possible, I believe, for you to delude yourself and for other people to probably delude you. I'm thinking it might come from partners. But, we're going to go a little deeper to find out. But I just want to tell you something. You've been going through a lot lately because the North Node has just came off of that Chiron in Cancer. It's just come off of your ascendant. I'm not sure if something, good or bad happened when it crossed your ascendant. At 29 degrees of Cancer, right on my North Node. My North Node is at 29 degrees of Cancer. And when the North Node hit my North Node at 29 degrees of Cancer, my husband walked away from our marriage. So something could have happened that was major. Mind you, it would have been happening on your ascendant. So you could have been the one that walked away, see? Or because this is maybe some form of independence that you might have felt an urge to be more independent. And you might feel now that you don't have that. You don't have that. You might be pulling in a little bit. You might need to pull in a little bit so that you can really go inside of yourself and get down to what your deep emotional needs and wants truly are. Because I think when the North Node goes over, like your progressed moon in the 12th house, that's deep psychological stuff. It was really urging you to heal that. I don't know how much of that you were able to purge. Because, the progressed moon and progressed Mercury are in the 8th house of deep psychological, discussions. Look, whatever this is, because there's a lot going on, but this I just wanted to address right away, okay, right away, because your sun is progressed into Pisces and your Mercury is progressed into Pisces, and they are making a connection to your progressed moon. This is a message you need to know. This is like a deep psychological healing, maybe even a deep psychological wound. This may be something that needs like professional help, like a therapist or a psychiatrist. It may be something that I could help you with because it's just the ability to go in deep and look at some of the inner things, especially emotional things that are happening in this 12th house with you, with Cancer. Now, when I think of Cancer, I think of things like mothers, motherhood, nurturing, caring, giving, emotions, emotional, tears, crying, all of those things, which with the moon and the progressed moon both stuffed in the 12th house, you might be withholding that. There's some stuff maybe repressed up in there. Now, and speaking of repression, you've got some things going on in your 6th house. There is a freaking stellium. Wow. You got the North Node, Saturn, by the way, conjunct exactly. Wow. Mercury, Neptune, and Uranus, and Ceres, all in your 6th house. So I hope your health is okay. If it's not manifesting in health, it could be manifesting in mental health. And if it's not manifesting in mental health, it could be manifesting straight out in work. Work or lack of work or problems with work or inability to hold on to work or having to be really creative in keeping your career together. You've got Uranus going through the 10th house. Oh my God, girl, we got to talk. We got to talk. I think I said this before, but I think this chart here, to me, is a little bit more intense than the one that I think we had before. There are some specific messages here that I really would like to talk to you about, because I think I will be able to bounce off of your energies in order to give you the message you really need to hear. But I'm going to thank you, first of all, for reaching out to me, because your progress Mars is in the 11th house of like friends and groups and organizations. So thank you. I mean, thank you for reaching outside of yourself to, to somewhat, to me. Thank you. Also, you got Jupiter in the 1st house by birth. You're inside of yourself. You want to be happy and joyful. This is something you really, really aspire to. And so maybe that's something that has been plaguing you as well, because Jupiter is transiting the 5th house of fun, and it's hitting a couple of things there. I would really need to talk to you about that. So anyway, without giving too much of the story away, I think I have kind of picked up on the essence of this chart and some of the things that really I think can still be worked on, and really where the focus needs to be. So I hope that you do reach out to me so that I can walk you through that. I've been making this offer to a couple of people, and I'll make it to you as well. As long as you donate $25 or more, I'll do whatever reading is needed. That includes a future reading, which I sometimes charge up to $100 for. So it's a good discount. And just, if you really need help, I don't want the money to be the reason to keep you guys away from getting the help you need. This is what I do. I'm telling you, I've got my little Pisces progressed sun in the 12th house on Chiron. I'm supposed to help people. That's my whole purpose. I already see what's going on now, and I'm going to be a little astrologer lady. The Oracle. Something like that. This little old lady, like, let's go see her. I'll be like 85, reading horoscopes. One of those little old crones, the wisdom of the world behind her mind. One of those things. Anyway, Shamika, I'm saving this chart. I went off into a deep place all by myself, didn't I? Okay. Oh, don't. See, this is what happens when the sun is opposed your sun. I'm shocked I actually got dressed, came out here, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because even though I'm doing my job, my mind is elsewhere. My mind is all dancing, and I think I was some chimichangas. I don't know. I'm hungry. It's silly, right? Silliness. That's Cancer for you, Cancer sun. Oh my goodness. Oh, and yeah, you've got a lot going on with that. That Cancer is, yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to say anymore. Let me move on to the next one. Okay, so I said I was going to do another lookout for this young lady. And let me see if I can find her chart. Let's see, where is it? There we go. I did her a few weeks ago, but this is someone who kind of reached out to me, and I know she's having some difficulties, like many of us financially, and I made that same deal with her so that I can help her. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure, and Charlisha is one of the people who has that Capricorn rising overlay. And definitely check out that video I have on YouTube. I'm going to put the link up there too. And I mean, I don't know if you get any pleasure in watching, even me break down, because I feel like I'm like a woman of steel. But no, I'm not. I cry like everybody else. So here's the thing. You've got Saturn and Pluto in your first house. And it's not feeling good. It's not going to feel good. It's really not going to feel good in a few months. Because Saturn's going to go over that Uranus in your first house. Now, I could say that a lot of the issues that are going to come up are going to be, coincidental, but they're not. They might come from you. So a lot of this it's going to be about, wow. I think with something like Saturn and Pluto in the first house, I can tell you what I've been doing during the retrograde, because I got Capricorn rising, so maybe you can get a hunch from me. My money ain't tight. No, even with everything I'm doing, my money still ain't tight. Now, luckily for me, I was smart. I made a daughter whose money is tight. And thanks to the goodness of my child, I have gotten through this period where my money ain't tight. But you are feeling this, I'm sure, financially, because you got your ascendant, your progressive ascendant in the second house, but it's going to be going over your Saturn. You've got Saturn in the second house by birth. That does not feel good. I got Saturn in Aquarius too. Thank God I have a big first house. So I've got a Capricorn and Aquarius and a little bit of Pisces in my first house. But, oh, you poor baby. So for you, there might be this thought that, especially with transiting Saturn being in your first house, that you are indeed your own, like you are your hustle. I joked about it, Charlisha, Woodhouse and the body and all that. But you might literally have to use or have been using your body bank. I mean, I know that in your case, I know you dance, right? But I see where that could be what you have to do. I just want you to be cautious, though, which Saturn is caution, right? So Saturn in your first house is telling you to be cautious. You are the one that has to be cautious about your physical body and your physical self. And I don't want you to do like I've done. I admit it. I've hermited out. I pretty much walked away from just about almost all human social contact for now. And I know I might be around no invisible anyway. Who was that? I want that. So it's best that I work on my projects and my creative things and do it alone. And, you are not a loner at all. And so that might not work for you. And this might not feel good with having Saturn in your first house, telling you to restrict yourself in some way when you're not accustomed to doing that. You are a very much outer person because your sun is in the seventh house by birth. You're an outie. You like being an outie. You got your sun and your moon and your Jupiter and your Mercury and your Venus all above the horizon. Yeah, you're an outie. And you're an outie who likes a partner, who loves a partner, who needs a partner. Now, I'm not supposed to give you all the juice, so I'm not. No, that's wrong. I will say this. It has something to do with a partner. And I'll just say something about that because I want to talk to you about that. That I need to talk to you about and your home life. And there's issues with money. So, there's that self issue, but it's the money. You got your progress, your progressed sun. It's not exactly. Hold on for a second. It's not exactly opposed. I think when you first reached out to me, I think it wasn't it? Your progressed ascendant and progressed sun were exactly opposed to each other. But let me check something. Okay, that's in Leo. Okay. I just want to make sure that nothing is like right on that. You've got a lot of Leo, so eesh. You got oppositions to your ascendant, and I think, it's wide, so it's not as bad as it was, but your progressed moon is still opposed to your progressed ascendant a little bit, so it's still money. It's money issue still. It may be something to do with a partner. So I really do want to talk with you because there's so much I want to tell you, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because I am Charlisha, first and foremost, a businesswoman. I do have Capricorn rising myself, Miss Thing. And I too am my own commodity. Like I do my readings. Like anyone else can go to any other reader and get any other reading, but you're not going to get the same reading that you get from me because my insight is different and, unique to myself. And so in that way, that's the way it is for you. There might be other people who can do what you do, but they're not you. And so they can't bring what you bring to the table. So I hope that makes sense to you, Charlisha. And I do hope you reach out to me. I do want you to remember there's a couple of ways that you can get your readings now. You can get your reading by going to astrologylookInside.com/order and hit order. Or you can go to astrologylookInside.com/shop because I'm building a shop there now. And I hope you guys go and visit that. And now I'm adding the Astrology Look Inside products and extra products, by the way, that you won't even find on Astrology Look Inside, by the way, at AdrienneOBHQ.com. So I hope you go by there and look up the astrology products I have there. Okay. All right. Well, it's been my pleasure. I'm going to save this chart so I have it, especially if you do a reading with me. And that way I could just pull it up real quick and we'll have that. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So I've got that down and just checking to see. Well, it's been really quiet. And, let me just go and check. I always just like to make sure before I go because I hate when I do that and I always feel guilty. So I just want to make sure I don't leave anyone behind. But if not, it's a Wednesday night, a quiet night. And like I said, I'm really proud and happy that I at least got dressed. Came out here and did whatever I did tonight because the sun is opposed my ascendant and my sun right now. And so, who knows if the video is coming out well or not under these circumstances. But I am grateful for the opportunity to stop by and to serve everyone tonight. So I thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm going to try to start uploading these to YouTube if I can. And also just turning them into like podcasts so you guys can listen to them later. Okay. Well, much love and light to all. Bye now. Oh, let me put on my little music so that we got that. Hold on. There we go. I love it. Okay, hold on. Gotta cut this off.